And the statistic reads, as Manaski will tell you, 77% of all free money winners from the Habaika free money question of the day have come from the 6 o'clock hour. I mean, is that an amazing number? 77% of the people who have won money, whether it's $1, $2, or $300, have come from the 6 o'clock hour. Andrew, that figure is just I'm estimating. I don't know if it's true or not, but it could be. I mean, it feels that way, doesn't it? It feels like every time we seem to have a winner, at least one in every 3 times, what happens? It's been in the 6 o'clock hour. Mm-hmm. So let's give you that chance. Caller number 4 right now. Does that work for you?
Works
Caller
good for me.
4 for a chance to win from Habaika and our free money question of the day. 736-0186 is our phone number. You want to talk about anything, that would be the number. We'll do lease wheel coming up in a second, but let's start with our free money question of the day. What do we know here right now about, there's some interesting conflicting stories out there right now about what's going on in Herkimer and in Little Falls. Still in a lockout situation yesterday, which means what? That is
that no one can go who's not authorized can go into the building.
Can go into the building, and police there are at the scene. I think they said in Herkimer they were blocking off the back of the building just to keep an eye on things to make sure that everything is secure. But from what I understand, the tweets and the emails that came in were really bad, and it almost seems as if it might have targeted one of the students in all of this, and it's the whole thing is really unfortunate. But I got to tell you, the fear is, and I really would like to see, Andrew, if it's possible, to get Austin Givens back on again from Utica College, because I really fear how difficult it is to, if you know what you're doing, and you don't have to be anything special, do you? You kind of know what you're doing. You can hop onto an overseas server, and you can do things that become very, very difficult for authorities to track and trace, right? Mm-hmm. So it does make you worry that are they going to, I hope they do, whoever did this, I hope they catch them, because I think an example needs to be made, right?
You've talked about this before. I have no idea how to do this or what you mean, like the process to do it. I guess I know what you mean, but
here's how it would work, and I might be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is how it happens. They have these proxy servers. So you hop on a proxy server, and so what is a proxy server? It'd be an overseas server. And that overseas server basically then serves as your new internet platform. So the proxy server is overseas, so our government really can't figure out who got there. And once you get there, they can't really trace you because they can't break down when you take that next. So if you had needed to cross a river, and it was a very, very narrow river, and there was a little bit of a rock in the middle, the proxy server serves as the rock. So you hop onto the rock, and once you hop onto that rock, you can't trace them. So when you then reach out to any website or to do whatever you're going to do, you're doing it from an overseas server, and you're not traceable. Does that make any sense?
It does. I don't think the rock. That easy.
I don't think the rock on the stream river thing was a very good analogy, but maybe somebody can describe it better. 7360186, but that's what it is, and it becomes very, very difficult to track.
And really, you're redirecting the IP address to come from another IP address. That's really it. Then so you lose another IP address.
Then by the time you're done, you can't keep tracking them. You lose them off into the distance.
They can, but it takes a very long time.
Yeah, and you know what I've been told on this, and a lot of times what happens is it's really reserved for the big stuff. Mm-hmm. And hey, we've seen plenty of cases where it looks like the FBI struggles to find out who some people are.
But that's not to say that it's not for hire,
Sure.
for little stuff. Because,
yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
On the line right now is Chris in Bridgewater. Chris, good morning. How are you?
Good, Bill. How are you?
Good. You want to take a shot here and winning some money?
Absolutely.
Let's find out what we're talking about here and what amount. Starting with the wheel here. Round we go. Let's see where we stop and what are you going to play for here?
$100.
All right, for $100 in cash. Newton, Massachusetts is famous for what? Ready, go.
The Fig Newton.
You're going to say the fig. Oh, that's an interesting answer. Is it the Fig Newton?
Winning.
It is!
Wow, winning.
Yeah, good for you.
I didn't know that.
You went right on that. I almost was going to kind of mispronounce the word or pronounce it maybe the way they do in New England. Newton, Massachusetts. Yeah, you might not have gotten it there, but I thought that the only way to do this is to be fair, and it's Newton.
How much did he win?
He wins $100 in cash.
In the 6 o'clock hour.
And again, in the 6 o'clock hour, the odds actually go up. So, Chris, congratulations. Good for you.
Thank you very much, Bill. I appreciate it.
All right. Hold on. Andrew's going to hook you up. Actually, Hobica will be hooking you up. The Hobica Law Firm. They do free money question of the day, and they do workers' compensation. So there you have that. How about that? The Fig Newton comes from, there's a whole long story about the Fig Newton. And it started out as the Fig Newton. I think the official title now is the Fig Newton Cookie. I believe it was called something else, and it was designed by a company that figured out how to actually squeeze in the fig mush into squeeze it into a cookie, and then be able to bake it into the batter, and then bake it, and there you have the Fig Newton, made in Newton, Massachusetts. Here's Christine, 6:45, an update. Good morning on Beer Day. Christine Bellino.